Are world leaders preparing for war? Not with speeches, not with announcements, not with flags raised or sirens blaring, but quietly, carefully, behind closed doors. Because history tells us something uncomfortable. Wars rarely begin the way people expect them to. They don't start with explosions, they start with decisions. And right now, across the world, decisions are being made. In Washington, in Moscow, in Beijing, in European capitals, meetings are getting longer, language is getting colder, and patience is wearing thin. Officially, nothing is wrong. Diplomats still shake hands, markets still open, flights still land. But beneath the surface, something is shifting. Here is the first warning sign most people miss. When leaders stop talking about preventing conflict and start talking about managing it, the world has already entered dangerous territory. Because you don't manage something you believe won't happen. You manage something you believe is coming. And today, that belief is spreading. This is how wars begin, not with chaos, but with confidence. Confidence that escalation can be controlled. Confidence that red lines will not be crossed. Confidence that the other side will blink first. History shows how often that confidence is wrong. Behind closed doors, military planners are no longer asking if a crisis escalates. They are asking how fast. Defense budgets are being adjusted, training schedules intensified, strategic assets quietly repositioned, all described with the same word, precaution. But precaution has a way of turning permanent. This brings us to the second warning sign. When preparation becomes routine and routine becomes normalized, urgency disappears. And urgency is what prevents mistakes. The most dangerous moment is when tension feels normal. Because once tension feels normal, escalation feels acceptable. World leaders today face a problem unlike previous generations. They are managing multiple flashpoints at the same time, each one complex, each one volatile, each one capable of pulling others in. A single miscalculation no longer stays local. It spreads economically, politically, psychologically. A naval encounter here, an airspace violation there, a cyber attack that no one officially claims. Each incident alone is manageable. Together, they create momentum. And momentum does not care about intentions. No one plans a global crisis. They stumble into it. Publicly, leaders speak about restraint. Privately, they prepare for failure. This is not hypocrisy. It is fear. Fear of being unprepared. Fear of appearing weak. Fear of losing credibility. And credibility, once challenged, becomes difficult to defend without force. That is the third warning sign. When credibility becomes more important than consequences, the path to conflict shortens dramatically. Allies begin to expect action, rivals begin to test limits, neutral states begin to choose sides, and suddenly, backing down costs more than moving forward. At that point, peace is no longer the default option. The modern media environment makes this even more dangerous. Statements are dissected within minutes. Markets react instantly. Social media amplifies fear faster than facts can follow. A phrase taken out of context, a headline written for clicks, a rumor repeated often enough to feel real. Leaders are no longer responding only to events, they are responding to perception. And perception escalates faster than reality. This is why silence has become strategic. What leaders don't say matters as much as what they do. When questions go unanswered, when explanations are vague, when reassurance sounds rehearsed, people feel it. Silence in global politics is rarely neutral. History offers countless examples of this pattern, moments where diplomacy still existed on paper but had already collapsed in practice, moments where leaders believed they had time until time ran out. What makes today different is speed. Decisions that once took weeks now take hours. Responses that once required debate now happen automatically. Automation removes hesitation. Hesitation removes restraint. And restraint is the last barrier before escalation. World leaders are not preparing for war because they want it. They are preparing because they fear being unready if it comes. That distinction matters, but it does not change the outcome. Because preparation itself changes behavior. It hardens positions. It narrows options. It makes compromise look risky. Preparing for war makes peace harder to choose. At some point, a single incident will occur, not dramatic, not intentional, just unexpected. And when it happens, the world will realize that the groundwork was laid long before. People will ask how it escalated so fast, why no one stopped it, why diplomacy failed. The answer will be simple and unsettling, because by the time the question was asked, the decision had already been made, not in one moment, but over many, quietly, incrementally, rationally. So are world leaders preparing for war? They would say no, but their actions suggest something far more dangerous. They are preparing for a world where peace is no longer guaranteed, and history tells us what usually follows.